crazy crowd start singing with me. Are you ready? Are you ready? I can't hear you. Are you ready?
Good evening, sim racing fans, and welcome to another action-packed night of sim racing with the West Coast Sim Racing League. Tonight we're coming at you live from one of the most unique and challenging circuits on the iRacing service. Give it to the Charlotte Motor Speedway, not the Oval. There you see it, that infield road course. We're one of the Roval here tonight. MultiClass showdown featuring nimble Mazda MX-5s and those punchy Toyota GR86, two cars that might be evenly matched on the stopwatch, but definitely race very differently from one another. Welcome in here to Sam Studio Network. My name is Sean Stam. I got a special guest with me here tonight, Marvin Samoya. Marvin, how are you doing on this wonderful, wonderful evening?
Great, Sean. Doing great. Very happy to be here and watch the action and call the race along with you.
Guys, it's going to be a great one. I know in our pre-production meeting, we were talking about we're both kind of upset. We're sad here that we have to call it up here in the booth. We're not out on the racetrack, but hey, somebody's got to do it. Well, I appreciate you joining here with me. We got 17 drivers. It's split between those Mazda MX-5s and those GR86s. It's going to be a great, fun race to watch as we have qualifying finishing up. Marvin, what's something that the drivers as well as fans alike are going to have to keep in mind here tonight for this 40-minute race? We got that competition caution at minute 15.
So one thing I noticed when I personally have ran this track, it's typically a little bit grippy, about halfway to 3/4 on your out lap. But I think one thing drivers are definitely going to have to overcome is it's a night race and it's going to be pretty slick. So the temperature in the tires are one thing that they're going to have to overcome. And along with that, they're going to have to kind of pedal it just a little bit, about 1 to 2 laps until the grip of the tires come in.
Yeah, you mentioned that's here, iRacing. If you're new, hey, iRacing stimulating just about everything you can imagine, as well as, hey, like you said, Marvin, it is nighttime. We will have these cooler temps to work with here. Like you said, we may not have to shoot out of the cannon right away. You want to keep this car underneath you for this long 40-minute race. I do believe we have some quick repairs here tonight, but gonna have to allow the tires and pressures to build earlier on before you start to make some moves. Got to get those brakes up to operating temperatures as well.
Absolutely, yeah, that's one thing and very important, the brakes. Brakes are key here.
We're going to see him glowing here with this nighttime race. We have a 2.2 mile track, 12 turns to work with. We're going to work up on the NASCAR oval. We got some left-handers, we got some right-handers, as well as that Aussie tribute earlier on and that national anthem. Real quick, before we get things rolling off here, 15 seconds left in qualifying. I appreciate every single one of you tonight joining in live in YouTube land. We got Moonlight Dancer showing his appreciation out here tonight. We got Rochelle as well as Milena all hanging out here with us in YouTube land. Going to be an exciting race here. What's the biggest thing to look at is we will take a look at our starting grid. Well, I think the biggest thing, that 130.1 lap time for Daniel Higgins. Amethyst Reese, though, she was very fast in our practice and qualifying. Looks like she'll start up there in the front row. Ali Iksay, Benjamin Forehand rounding out the second row. How about Warren Johnson, Stephen Shakespeare, Nico Colby, Andrew Bound rounding out those top 8. That'll be the Darren Colby machine rounding out that 11th position. How about Ethan Holland, Adrian Gutierrez, Daniel Parmalee, Lewis Holloway, Josh Hunter, Andreas Profana rounding out our 17 driver field here tonight. It's once again split up between those Toyota GR86s as well as those Mazda MX-5s. Mazda MX-5s are outweighing the Toyota GR86s here tonight. I think there's just about double of those Mazdas than the Toyotas. Marvin, you're joining us here tonight from Mazda Land, running last night in the Apex Motor Club Sim Racing Series. You got quite a bit of track time and experience in these Mazda MX-5s. We're going to see them from up here in the booth tonight. It's, I don't know. It's we got Andrew Bound and Nico Colby, Brandon Birch up here. Brandon Birch in the top 3. But what about Joe Rainey? He's going to be a feisty one to watch on this start.
Yeah, absolutely. Joe Rainey is definitely going to want to pounce a little bit early. He's very aggressive at the beginning, and that way he can maintain pace towards the end. But let's not count out Birch. Let's not count out Darren either. Those guys are definitely going to be the ones to watch, because they're definitely going to be looking into that first, second turn and see if there's any mistakes that the front drivers, leaders, may actually make.
Well, here we go. This is what we have all waited for a whole week if you're a Thursday night fan. Here we go. West Coast Sim Racing League. We got some green flag racing. Matter of fact, green flag is out. We're already going to get 3 wide here within turn number 1. Oh, we're already wrecking in the Mazdas. Huge wreck back there.
Oh no, Nico, he spun around right now. He was one of those collected. Looks like he's getting it back together, and we're continuing on with green flag racing. I think he was our pole sitter, so now he's gonna have to work his way back up to the front.
Nico Colby involved lap 1 of this race, so is Daniel Parmalee. Lewis Holloway looks like also involved. They're all losing just about 8-9 spots. Backing up to the battle for the P3 and P4 battle here. We already see some damage on the side of Stephen Shakespeare's machine. He's got Warren Johnson breathing down his rear bumper as well. How does the draft play a factor here tonight, Marvin? Are we going to see this slipstream play a work, and as well as does Warren Johnson play a little bit of teamwork to make the dream work, or does he try to make it side by side into the bus stop here?
So I know on the GR86s, the draft is not as important as the MX-5s. I think because of that lack of wing on the MX-5s, it gives them a little bit more of an aero advantage, while the GR86s seem to not respond as much to aero. But I think Warren is probably going to be watching, kind of waiting until the tires warm up, and then I think he'll be making his move.
Watching, waiting. Patience is key here tonight from the Charlotte Roval. Josh Hunter and Andreas Profana are going at it back there in the Mazda MX-5 Cup cars, as well as Joe Rainey. He's going to look side by side. He's going to clear them. Oh, is he going to bounce there for the Andreas Profana machine? Here comes some more side by side for some Mazda Cup cars. We're starting to duke it out here all around the racetrack. We'll go side by side once again. We're looking at the Red Bull machine, Mazda MX-5, bottom of your screen. Darren Colby is all the way up to P2 in that Mazda MX-5 class. What a start for the number 47 machine.
Darren Kobe, yes, he's getting P2 right now. He's trying to hold off, which I think is Josh Hunter, or I
Yeah,
believe
that's
it's
the
Joe
hard
Rainey behind.
charging Josh Hunter. Already 7 spots gained since that fiasco on lap 1, you could call it.
Yeah, sometimes a little bit of chaos in the front gives an opportunity for the guys in the back to capitalize, and I think that's what Josh Hunter did.
Well, let's take a look here. Let's see what transpired back within the Mazda MX-5 class. You said you saw Nico Colby involved in it. Here's a better look. We're going to look 2 and 3 wide. Oh, they're spinning all over the place, spinning in the back. The whole back, matter of fact, Mazda's involved, except for Brandon Birch. He gets away scotch-free.
Yeah, those cold tires definitely made an impact in play here. So I think the tires weren't up to temperature, and especially around that kink, definitely is gonna suffer a little bit towards the lap 1 and 2.
You warned us about it, and now we are seeing it. This is live driver up here in the booth. Marvin Samoya letting us know. Matter of fact, possibly time traveler with as much damage as we saw ensue here within lap. Not even one of this race. But Darren Colby and Josh Hunter continuing to fight it out here for the P2 and Mazda MX-5. Daniel Higgins still has Amethyst Reese reeled off by just under a second for the overall race lead.
Looks like Brandon Birch right now, it's got a pretty good, comfortable lead right now. So he's probably going to take it a little bit easy, save some tire towards the end, especially with the competition yellow coming out. And I think he's right now chasing Warren Johnson, who's in the GR86 right now, who's battling Steven Shakespeare for P4.
That's how much pace here Brandon Birch has. He is on that rear bumper of Warren Johnson, Steven Shakespeare, battling out for that 5th and 4th spot. Here we go side by side and coming up to the NASCAR section of the track. Joe Rainey hard into the wall. Is there a fast, quick, instant repair? No, it doesn't look like it. Here you're starting to see what happens if you push your real-life Mazda MX-5 Cup car a little bit too hard. Very heavy damage for that Rainey Holmes Racing number 17.
Oh, that's probably going to hurt him a little bit in the aero because those MX-5s love to draft. I think he might have a little bit of tire damage. Yes, he does. It looks like the wheel and the tire have gone down. Oh, and Darren Kobe spins around. He was in P2, and I think he's going to drop down all the way down to P7. How unfortunate.
No, Darren, no. Here's a replay of it here, coming out of the chicane off that back straightaway. Possibly going to see some flight here. Look at the suspension go to work. Oh, Darren Colby, possibly a little bit of help there with Josh Hunter.
Yeah, looks like what ended up happening is that turn right there, the MX-5s tend to get a little bit bouncy there, but if somebody's right there on your quarter panel or even your back bumper and gives you a slight touch, that's more than enough to upset the car on the exit. And now definitely a helping hand on that little spin right there.
Boom! That's all it's going to take. Ouchie McGouchies. Darren's going to spin it back around, though, keeps it out of the safer barrier.
I think he's going to be looking at this competition yellow to try to get back towards the front there, so no need to push right now. But looks like we got a battle for P2 between Josh Hunter and Andrew Baum.
I'm hearing that this was a really nice pass here between Josh Hunter and Andrew Baum coming to the final chicane on the track. This was turns 11 and 12. This is going into turn 1 now. Andrew Baum, Josh Hunter, door quarter clear for Josh. He's going to use a little bit of the sausage strips there. Everything's looking clean as we head back down the landfill section of the track, as this track, the whole Charlotte Motor Speedway, built on a landfill there. That was the pass around for Josh Hunter. He made that one look easy there going into turns 1 and 2. Here we go side by side between a Mazda MX-5 and that little bit more draft heavy Toyota GR86 of Ali XA. Look at that! No! Ali XA, no! Oh my days! That was more, a little bit more. Well, tell him, Marvin, your car can't turn when you got the tires completely up and off the racetrack. Take a look at Ali XA getting their pilot's license here tonight.
Oh, yeah, it looks like, got a lot of air, and I know the MX-5 also got a lot of air too, but I think Ali XA carried a little bit more speed, and that was it. That was it. It was takeoff and done.
Daniel Higgins now out to the race lead of Toyota GR86 as he's got Amethyst Reese trying to reel him in. Still that 1.8 second gap. Oh my gosh! I know that, I mean, that's how you have to find pace at the Charlotte Roval, but goodness, it's a fine line there. You bite those sausage curbs with a little bit too much mustard, a little bit too hard, and they'll definitely bite you back. Daniel Higgins somehow was able to get out through the back stretch chicane there, A-OK. Amethyst Reese, Benjamin Forehand running at the top 3 overall. But Brandon Birch has so much pace in that Mazda MX-5 here. Marvin, he has worked his way up to P4 overall, now surpassing Warren Johnson as well as Steven Shakespeare.
Yeah, it looks like Brandon Birch definitely has good amount of pace. No need to push it right now because it is towards the beginning of the race, and he's got enough pace to just kind of coast it, save some tire towards the end where it can count, especially on those restarts. And this track is very well known for being interesting on restarts, especially when the Cup guys visit here in the past.
Well, if you're a Nico Colby fan, unfortunately, that's why we have cut to the static cam. Nico Colby no longer in the race. He has pulled that MX-5 down and into the garage. Real quick, another driver who hasn't quite pulled it into the garage, but he's got a little bit of damage. We saw it. Let's take a look at this. This is such a cool camera shot. Live on board with Warren Johnson. He's in VR world going at it here tonight from Charlotte Roval. Marvin, you run triples, you run VR, or do you run, you just run a single monitor, man?
I run a single monitor. I am trying to work on getting a triple setup, which definitely helps with your peripheral vision a little bit, especially when your spotter can't exactly tell you. But it's a little bit difficult, but that's when you have to use your peripheral vision, your rear view mirror. You got to use all the tools that you can at the right moment and be very aware of your surroundings. So that's where that helps out a lot. So I know it's very hard, but I think Warren's got the best of both worlds right now. He's making it work, and he's doing pretty good, holding on to that P4 spot.
He's throwing his hands up in the air, waving them like he doesn't care. I don't know, he might be, I don't think he's too happy with his running right now, but you're right that we will have that competition caution just 5 minutes time. When we were on board with Warren Johnson, we saw Darren Colby once again go around. We're going to hop on board with him here. Tries to carry a little bit too much speed. He's going to Tokyo drift it. Hang on to it, Darren. Look at the hands go to work here. Hop on board with him once again. I mean, goodness gracious. I mean, left, right, and left again. This Colby machine has cat-like reflexes.
Yeah, it looks like he lost a little bit on that corner on the exit. Yeah, these temperatures definitely not being nice with the tires, especially with the cold weather. You can't really pitch it in too much, but it looks like he carried a little bit too much speed and spun it around.
How about Dr. Andrew Bound just making that pass over Steven Shakespeare? Another Mazda versus Toyota battle here tonight. Let us know here tonight in YouTube land what you would be running here from the Charlotte Roval. And Andrew Bound, possibly paint scheme of the race here once again. Checking back in live on YouTube land. We got Moonlight Dancer El Maria down here saying, oh, we got an AliXA fan. AliXA having a nice run so far, except for their pilot's license earned earlier on in the race. They're still down, fighting it out here hard and heavy. They'll get the wave around at this yellow flag. Rochelle is still hanging out with us, as well as Ryan Bewley. Melina, of course, we got Moonlight Dancer. 21 live viewers here tonight on Stam Studio Network. Marvin, I'm gonna treat everybody here tonight the sight and sound of the racetrack. Go ahead and crank it up. Enjoy these engines. I'll be right back with you up here in the booth. righty, welcome back here. Battles all over the racetrack continuing to ensue. Once again, I appreciate every single one of you joining. I'm Sean. We got Marvin up here with us as well. Battles between Toyotas and GR86's. Top of your screen is Amethyst Reese, Benjamin Forehand battling it out for P2 overall. Bottom of the screen, I believe, Ali Iksay, Lewis Holloway, and Daniel Parmalee are all in that blanket for 14th, 15th, 16th in that battle. Oh, we got that Lightning McQueen paint scheme off the track as well. All right, here's that side-by-side once again here, Marvin. What's going through the driver's mind here as you're trying to make a pass going into one of the tightest, deepest braking zones here tonight? Benjamin Forehand trying to muscle his way around Nyan Cat's Amethyst Reese.
Yeah, it looks like Benjamin is right now trying to size up Amethyst Reese right now. The trick is to that corners, you gotta give a little break early, carry momentum, give it a little bit early throttle to try to carry that speed all the way down up until this S-turn right here.
God, the Charlotte Roval, it's such a momentum-heavy track, and these light horsepower, light weight race machines here, and we're starting to see him go to work. Amethyst Reese is going to smack the wall. That's going to definitely going to result in a little bit of right side damage. Here comes that. That's going to be Benjamin Forehand. He doesn't quite have the run over. Will he get the crossover? Not quite on Amethyst Reese side panel just yet.
Yeah, it looks like Amethyst carried a little bit too much speed there. Car got a little bit understeery tight and hit that wall. Hopefully it's not going to cause any issues for her later down the race. Looks like Benjamin Forehand is trying to square up right now, carry a good run right here through what looks to be turn 2, and try to carry that speed up until the bus stop.
Here comes that draft. I come from NASCAR land myself. We're gonna get a little bit of a bump, a little bit of a run here into the final stretch chicane before this competition caution flies. 10 seconds until that comes out. Benjamin Forehand so far not able to get around Amethyst Reese. Closest battle on track. We're gonna slow and woe these drivers all back down as our yellow flag is thrown. Alrighty, well, this does give all of these drivers a chance to pretty much catch their breath here tonight. Marvin, I know that you've had a couple of these competition caution flags to deal with yourself. What goes through your mind here? I know, is it a complete mental reset, or do you try and keep yourself, kind of keep that head in the headspace of trying to catch that driver out in front of you?
Yeah, Sean, it's one of those things where I try to reset myself. Depending on where I'm at on the track, I'll either reset or more or less catch my breath. When I'm towards the front, I try to catch my breath and lock in. When I'm in towards the back, I may more or less just try to reset, think about what my approach is on some of the corners that I suffer, and try to lock in and get that taken care of so I can get more passes. Right now is the perfect chance for guys towards the back of the pack to use this caution, hopefully get a good jump to maybe get 1 or 2 extra positions normally that they couldn't get earlier in the run.
Interesting. If you were taking a look at the bottom of your screen there was a little bit of brake checking action happening right in front of the league owner, Warren Johnson. So I'm sure that you'll definitely hear about that one. Might even have to say something about it here. We're going to get some waiver rounds thrown, as well as everybody bunched back up here to one another. We're going to take a quick break here on Stam Studio Network. Be sure you're not going to want to miss a thing. Grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a snack, as Andrew Bound and Brandon Burch are still disagreeing on the racetrack. We'll be right back with you here on SSN.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Good thing I caught that one. Welcome back, everybody. Daniel Higgins, Amethyst Reese, Benjamin Forehand, rounding out our top three. But those Mazda MX-5 Cup cards have come with some pace here tonight. Brandon Birch, Andrew Bound, as well as Josh Hunter rounding out those top three in the Mazda MX-5 cars. Warren Johnson also sits overall 6th place right now. He's going to have to be a driver we watch on this staggered race start. It's reminding me of an F1 race starts here because we got not lap down cars, but we do have different drivers of different class cars that will be starting against one another. Marvin, what's something that you think we're going to have to keep an eye on as we're going to have a Mazda MX-5 Cup car starting side by side, nose to tail with the Toyota GR86 car?
Yeah, though I think about it as far as speed is concerned, they're about equal. Maybe the GR86 might have a little bit of torque out of the corner, but as far as the straight line speed, they look about even. Now, one battle I do want to watch right now is Brandon Birch.
Oh, here we go. John.
Oh,
how
hey,
we doing?
Man.
Hey, how's it going?
Going all right. I believe Steven Shakespeare needs a wave around.
I'm not going to give him one.
Oh, really?
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm just. That's
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
Ethan Holland, Adrian Gutierrez.
Lewis, yeah.
Okay. I didn't want to give Lewis 2, but I guess I still need
Joe Rainey. Joe Rainey also. Get Joe Rainey.
Okay, I got you.
Stay to the right of the track. Stay to the right of the track. Allow the people to pass.
Alrighty, well, Warren, as we're on board with you here, we got the live driver camera. We were talking about the difference between triples as well as VR. You're going to bring us some virtual reality action here tonight, sitting 6th overall. How's the GRD6 stacking up against these Mazda MX-5s?
They're very similar pace. They're a little faster than the 86s, but the fastest Miata drivers will be faster than most of the 86s. So it makes it very interesting. This is a tough track. There's a lot of people expecting like a really fun race, and it's proven to be very difficult. So, you know, it's just you know, it is what it is. But I think we're all having a good time here.
Well, Marvin, you got anything for driver league owner of West Coast Sim Racing here, Warren Johnson? Marvin, I know that you compete at least, I believe, the Monday Night League as well as Apex Motor Club. Get some side-by-side action between the both of you at least once or twice.
Absolutely, yeah. Me and Warren have had some pretty good battles. Warren, dude, you're doing great, man. You're doing great. Just got to keep the consistency. I see a few drivers up front get a little bit too overzealous and get themselves into trouble. You've keeping yourself out of trouble, so I think that's going to be the ticket right now. As the temperatures are kind of cold, I think that's your best bet right now. As you can see, a battle between Amethyst and second place.
Hey, hold on one second, guys. Yeah, I'm fixing it. Hey, okay, so this is what we're going to do. I need you to wave around Amethyst, Benjamin, and myself, and Alexa.
Say that one more time.
Wave around Amethyst, wave around everybody in the 86s besides Daniel Higgins and Steven Shakespeare. Leave Steven Shakespeare where he is. Wave around everybody else.
So Amethyst, Reese, Benjamin, Foran, Birch, Bound, everybody?
No, Birch is a Miata. Birch is a Miata. So just me. So now wave around me.
I got you. Oh, and then Alexa, then Steven.
Just don't do Higgins. Don't wave around Higgins.
Man, what did Higgins do? Come on now. No, I'm just
well,
kidding.
he was first place. He was first place in the back of the pack, so it messed up everything.
Man, Warren, I don't know, buddy. You might have to get some race control up here. I don't know what I'm doing. No, I'm just...
No. You're doing fine. It's all iRacing. Yeah,
Okay.
this is nothing. This is not on you. iRacing does this shit all the fucking time. So.
Well, this is going to be an interesting start as the lights are out on the pace car. You want me to put at least
go
one?
Around. Yeah, one more. Keep
right,
going.
I got you, man.
Yeah, we're figuring it out. It's not on you. Don't worry.
Okay. Ooh, I'm sweating up here, man. Ooh, boy.
I know you're feeling like me last night.
Yeah.
It's not you. It's totally iRacing that's doing this. So, yeah, you're not doing anything wrong.
Alrighty. Well, I think I got the pace car situation sorted out here. So, I don't know what's going through the mind on the race restart here, as we are just a couple laps away from green flag racing, boys.
Well, we got to keep the tires warm. The Miata's tires really suck on their first laps, so the restart's even going to be worse for those guys. So watch for spins and incidents in the Miata class for sure. Keep me in here until we figure this out. So just stay right here.
No, I got you, man. And you bring up a good point. Marvin actually said this on lap 1 of the race. This was our Mazda class start here behind the Toyota GRD6s, and things definitely got wild there on lap 1, 2 and 3 wide, even spinning there on the front row. Matter of fact, almost everybody involved in that Mazda MX-5 class on the original race start.
Yeah, that was, the guys were complaining about it in practice and qualifying that the Miata tires are really slick on the first lap here. We think it's because it's an oval track.
Oh, sure, blame it on the NASCAR. Okay, I see how
No, it is. It literally is.
It's been fun to watch, though, this nighttime race. Marvin, are you feeling what I'm feeling right now? I'm just wishing that I was out here battling with these boys on the Charlotte Roval. I know, once again, it's both of our favorite tracks within the road course racing universe within iRacing.
Yeah, definitely. This is one of those tracks that is technical, a little bit slick depending on the temperature, but you just kind of have to keep an eye on your tires and on the throttle. A little bit too much slipping and sliding, it'll just definitely make the car understeer and do some things you don't want it to do.
And you can't touch curbs here. They're like 6 feet tall, so they just kill you.
They'll bite you.
It's really bad. They'll bite you for sure.
Yeah, it reminds me a little bit of the GR86 on at the Long Beach course. So you touch a curb and even some bumps, the car is going to two-wheel. It's going to almost want to flip over. So, yeah, definitely got to keep clear of them curves. Those curves will come out to bite you.
Alexei and Steven catch up. Hurry up, Steven and Alexei.
I put the lights back on the pace car just in case.
Yeah, well, that's good. Yep, that's perfect.
All right.
Well, quick before we go, I want to just do a little moment for Hulk Hogan, a little moment for Ozzy. I think he got the shout out. So yeah, it sucks that those guys. I can't believe it. Like 3 days apart. Hey, one to go.
Right now, one to go?
Yep, right now.
All righty, you got
Put the pace car in. It's coming.
Lights should be out on the pace car, but we will have the slower. Oh, I'll drag you back up, Warren. We're gonna have the slower Mazda
Race comes 3
MX-5 cars going against the Toyota GRD6s. Here we go. Multi-class racing is just a few hundred feet away. Who do you watch? Let me know who you got down there live and YouTube land below. Here we go. Green flag racing once again. Oh no, we don't have the multicams. We'll watch up here in the front of the pack, the Mazda MX-5s. It's going to be Brandon Birch who gets away from the pack earlier on, as well as Andrew Bound's going to try to start to reel in that race leader. Overall, Josh Hunter's going to continue to reel him in, as well as right now the timing and scoring is all over the place. Should update at the end of this lap. Here we go, though. Marvin, you told us and the viewers to keep an eye on these cooler tire temps as well as pressures that aren't up to operating conditions just yet.
Yeah, it looks like as soon as the caution comes out, they're definitely going to cool down. When it's hot, it's great. But when it's already a cold, slick track, it just makes things worse. The tires are worn and the tires are cold. So these drivers definitely have to manage throttle control and slip angle in order to prevent any more spins and crashes.
We're continuing to see that now, as now two Toyota GRD6s are going to not abide to the laws of the NASCAR world here. We're jiving out here at the exit of turn number 2. Here we're hopped on board with Warren Johnson. He's got that rear view camera full of a hard charging Alex-A. Warren Johnson able to hold that driver off though, but Darren Colby, Andreas Profana also starting to give us some NASCAR action here tonight. Look at Andreas Profana's paint scheme glister and shine here tonight under the lights from Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Yeah, it looks like Darren Colby is trying to hold off Andres Profana.
Oh!
Here they come. Oh, looks like one of the drivers. Who's that? Josh Hunter. He missed the apex. I don't know if that's going to give him a black flag. Hopefully not. He slowed down enough, gave it back, and he should be good to go. But he did lose a spot in that incident.
That will result in a slowdown penalty, so all Josh Hunter has to do is give back 1 or 2 seconds, and he'll be all good. He won't have to serve that penalty. Here comes some more side-by-side battling here. Remember, we saw these drivers. There was a little bit of bad blood under our competition caution, a little bit of brake checking there between Andrew Bound and Brandon Birch. Here we go, side-by-side through the intersection of the course, going back up toward the NASCAR oval section now. Andrew muscles his way back up to the P2 spot in Mazda MX-5 class.
Yeah, looks like, I believe it was Brandon Birch. It looks like he was about to do a crossover, but didn't quite have the momentum. Will he pick it up right now? Draft is going to be on his favor. Looks like both cars have front end damage, but Brandon Birch is slowly catching up as we enter the bus stop, and he might be able to get him if he gets a good, clean run, but looks like Andrew Bound is still holding him up.
Bottom of the screen, Amethyst Reese as well as Warren Johnson got that Josh Hunter, who is fresh off that spin in that Mazda MX-5 as well. These drivers are all starting to do battle after our competition caution. Here comes Amethyst Reese and Benjamin Forehand. Some more battles for that P2 overall position between excuse me, that's not overall, that is floor position in the Toyota GR86 class. Things are switched around right now as we had Mazda MX-5s start up at the front of this pack and our faster Toyota GR86s starting towards the rear. That's why we're seeing the bottom class on the left side of your screen. Those Mazdas are showing the pace here tonight as our overall race leader. We don't see this too much, but on the ovals portion of this track here, you don't have a lot of that drag to work with on that Toyota GR86. Andreas Gutierrez, I believe, unless I'm wrong right now, is overall placed number 1 as well as leading in that Mazda MX-5 pack.
Yeah, it looks like Adrian Gutierrez is leading the pack right now overall and MX-5. And we're taking a look at Daniel Higgins, who looks like he's about just 1 second lead between himself and Amethyst Reese. And Benjamin Forehand looks like he is looking around to try to grab that second spot. But hopefully those two won't battle too long because they're going to let Daniel Higgins get away.
Back into the chicane on the back stretch here from the Charlotte Roval. Daniel Higgins continues to lead Amethyst Reese and Benjamin Forehand in that GR86 class. We are 31 minutes in this race, only 9 minutes to go. Daniel Higgins, he's going to have some MX-5s up there out in front of him to deal with. The different braking zones, the different draft styles between these cars, it's all going to come into effect as we continue to inch our way towards that checkered flag. Daniel Higgins, Amethyst Reese, Benjamin Forehand rounding out the top 3. The final driver interview spot belonging to Forehand. Alex-A is still just trying to reel him back in here as Alex-A sits 4th overall. In the GR86 class. Adrian Gutierrez is continuing to run away with that Mazda MX-5 race lead.
It looks like Brandon Birch is still contending with Andrew Bound. They're going back and forth, left and right, side to side, crossover with crossover over that P2 position. And as that battle goes on, looks like Benjamin Forehand is trying to make a move on Amethyst Reese. Amethyst Reese is trying to make a move on Daniel Higgins. Before this lap, this gap was actually extended, but now it's close. It's literally less than 1 second between Daniel Higgins and Amethyst Reese. Benjamin Forehand's got to catch up a little bit, try to make up that gap. Looks like traffic was a factor between the GR86 first, second, and third position.
Traffic continues to be a factor as bottom of your screen. We're gonna beat and bang for the race lead. Train some paint between Daniel Higgins and Benjamin Forehand. Here we go. I'm actually showing Daniel Higgins has a black flag right now within the iRacing UI. We're gonna have to see if he's able to clear it, if it was a slowdown penalty or not. But right now, here comes Amethyst Reese, who sent it down there in turn number 12. Not quite clear. Amethyst Reese possibly with a little bit of a slowdown. Here comes Benjamin Forehand, a hard charging Toyota GR86 once again. This number 35 is up 1 spot since the drop of the green flag here tonight.
Looks like blood is being smelled into the water. And I believe Benjamin Forehand right now saw an opportunity, but I think he might have missed the corner, and that's why he slowed down a little bit, along with Amethyst Reese. One thing these drivers have to keep in mind is if they see a driver make a mistake for first place, they're going to be all over it. And looks like there's a problem. I think Daniel Higgins, where did he go? Because he looks like he's no longer there on the roster. Looks like Amethyst Reese is being shown the leader right now.
Daniel Higgins, each time I try to cut to him, he is no longer out on the racetrack right now. What has just happened for the race leader of Toyota GR86? I was showing he had a black flag. He's still out of the race. We'll have to check up on with you and bring it to you here, at least within the driver interviews. As that's going to be a spin or a save and a half for Darren Colby. What a move! Even more cat-like reflexes for the 47.
It looks like, Darren Colby definitely had cat-like reflexes on that one, going left and right, trying to keep that car, which is already slick as it is, under control. Very impressive by Darren Colby in saving that car. But again, he is a real-life MX5 Cup driver, so it's to be expected. Great job, Darren Colby, keeping that all together, especially with Benjamin Forehand right there, breathing right by his back bumper. No incidents, though, which is really good.
I don't know. Are these drivers going to love or hate each other at the end of this one? We did see some brake checking earlier on within the competition caution. Brake rotors aglow for that's Brandon Burch trying to reel in Andrew Bound once again for these final driver interview spots in the Mazda MX-5 class. Back up to the NASCAR oval here. 4.5 minutes to go. Brandon Burch loses it, goes around.
Oh no, Brandon Burch loses it right on the exit, entering turn what looks to be number 3 into the oval. Actually, no, turn 1, of the NASCAR oval. I apologize for that. Looks like he was trying to carry a little bit more speed, catching up to Andrew Bound, but it just overcorrected, maybe too much speed, and lost it right there. Now he's gonna have to gather it back up, and as he is probably gonna be attacked right now by what looks to be, I don't know who that is behind him, but looks like he's gonna have to keep his eyes open and try to get that car and circle around the track without any incidents additionally.
Battle for the lead of GR86 continuing to heat up. It's looking like a boil here tonight. Amethyst Reese just lost 0.2 of a second in one corner. This is going back to complete minute 36 and a half, coming to minute 37. Benjamin Forehand is a jet pilot that has a missile locked onto the back bumper of Amethyst Reese. Amethyst playing that defensive line into our infield section. So far going to continue to retain the race lead, but Amethyst, right now you better run. You better hide, baby.
Yeah, it looks like Benjamin Forehand is trying to size up the corners, trying to back it up a little bit more, gather that momentum. I think he's going to try to look. Oh my goodness, right now on the back bumper of Amethyst Reese, trying to size it up before the bus stop. Looks like he lost a little bit of speed there, trying to carry too much speed. Had to overcorrect, try to avoid that wall. Now he's got to gather it back up. With 3 minutes left to go, he's got to make something happen. But keep in mind, folks, Amethyst Reese did have a little bit damage earlier on. I don't know if that's being a play in hand with this battle. So maybe she's right now fighting a badly damaged car. Who knows? But I think Benjamin Forehand sees and knows that, and he's trying to get around her real quick before the time runs out.
Should be coming up to 2 laps to go if my math is mathin', but there you do see a little bit of lap traffic, a little bit of slower Mazda MX-5s up on there the horizon. Moonlight Dancer Slater Colby is saying, Birch, you better lock in. Brandon Birch right now is fighting for overall that 3rd spot, knocking the mirrors off of this Mazda MX-5. A little bit of aero damage on that front bumper on that vehiclebuyers.com machine. If you're looking to buy, if you're looking to sell, vehiclebuyers.com, overstockvehicles.com as well. Battle for Toyota GRD6 lead. Here we go once again. It's going to be Benjamin Forehand, Amethyst Reese. Amethyst continues to play the defensive line. A switch over, a crossback, bang, the paint, bang, and sword panels. That'll be Benjamin Forehand up to the race lead.
Oh my goodness, that was a good battle right there. It looked like Benjamin Forehand might have gotten hit a little bit, could have lost it. Oh, looks like right here. Benjamin Forehand does not have the preferred line. Amethyst Reese does, but I think Amethyst was trying to carry a little more speed. Car understeered a little bit, hit Benjamin Forehand, but there's enough runoff there where Benjamin Forehand could actually keep it corrected and keep it straight.
One more look at it here. Look at Amethyst Reese. This car is going to get tight. Oh no, and just into the side panel there. Somehow both these Toyota GRD6 drivers able to keep it straight, moving and grooving.
Yeah, it looks like right there, if you actually notice it, I think Amethyst Reese might have hit the inside wall trying to carry speed, and I think that's why she hit Benjamin.
Battles continuing to heat up here all throughout the racetrack. Benjamin Forehand, Amethyst Reese showing 1 and 2 in that Toyota GRD6. 1 and 2 right now for MX-5 is actually Adrian Gutierrez and Andrew Bound. These drivers separated by, ooh, what is that? Oh yes, that is correct. On the left side of your screen, 15-second gap. But how about Darren Colby, Brandon Birch, Josh Hunter? You could throw a blanket over these three. These drivers, they definitely know how each other races at this point in the season. Multi-class action coming at you, but these are all Mazdas that you could throw a blanket over for 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, as well as 8th. We got a spin out here in front. I heard those tires begging for mercy. That's going to be Daniel Parmalee going around.
Oh no, Daniel Parmalee spun around. Looks like he backed it up trying to get out of the way of the leaders in lap traffic, and hey, he's going to get going right now. But looks like there's going to be a battle for 4th place between Darren Colby and Brandon Birch. Oh, looks like Brandon Birch is looking on the outside. I thought he was going to take the inside. Going into the bus stop right now. This is not where 2 went. Oh, no. They're wrecking. No.
Darren Colby getting turned around by the Birch machine. Looks like Brandon is hard under the brakes. He's trying to give this spot back as we are on the white flag lap. Coming to the checkered. Benjamin Forehand's mama, he's coming home to take that checkered flag. Benjamin Forehand conquers the Charlotte Roval. Amethyst Reese, 1 second behind, will take away P2. Here comes Ali Xe to make P3 all official in the Toyota GR86 class. Adrian Gutierrez looks at that driver will take away the P1 spot for Mazda MX-5. Andrew Bound coming away to take away P2, as well as P3 belonging to Josh Hunter as he finds himself in the turf here tonight.
That looks like Josh Hunter. He was up there. Little chaos, little mistakes there. Ended up putting him in the back, and that battle between Darren Colby and Brandon Birch initially made Josh Hunter P4.
Fireworks out here tonight, not only within the sky, but as well as on the racetrack. We'll take a few replays here in just a few moments' time, as well as get our official race results. We had some surprises here tonight on the track. We had some drivers finishing where we didn't think they would, especially within the class cars, not finishing where we all thought that they would. We're going to get some overall as well as race results, even those driver interviews here for you in just a few moments' time. Stick with us here on Stam Studio Network. Alrighty, we now have official race results here up on the screen. It's going to belong to Benjamin Forehand tonight. He takes it away from Amethyst Reese there on that white flag lap. Ali Ixay, Steven Shakespeare, Adrian Gutierrez rounding out our overall top 5. Adrian Gutierrez will take it away for the Mazda MX-5 class. Andrew Bound, Ethan Holland, Josh Hunter, Darren Colby, Andreas Profana, as well as Brandon Birch rounding out that top 12. Lewis Holloway, Daniel Higgins, Daniel Parmalee, Joe Rainey, and Nico Colby rounding out our 17 driver field here tonight. What a race, what a finish. Wow. I'm still sweating up here in the booth. I couldn't imagine these drivers, let alone. I'm trying to get some looks at some fireworks here tonight, as well as, once again, it wasn't only on in the sky. It was as well as, well, we saw it out there on the track. We're going to get some replays and some driver interviews here in just a few moments' time. There you see the flyover coming to life. Oh boy, we're going to have, here we go. We got drivers waiting for us here. Oh, actually, nobody's waiting for us. There's a good shot at him. Well, Marvin Samoya, as we wait for the driver interviews, what was one of the best things to watch here tonight as we had battles not only for class, but as well as within the different classes here tonight going side by side?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun watching the different groups of class cars race, battle it out on this tough track. Definitely the cold temperatures definitely played a role right before the green flag was thrown and throughout the race. Battles all over the place, a little bit of a chaos in between, first, second, third, in all of the classes. But hey, ultimately it was a lot of fun to watch. And I hope the drivers may have a different perspective on that, but ultimately, hopefully they had a lot of fun with this.
Slater, Colby, D Ghost, Moonlight Dancer, Rochelle, Milena. Goodness, they keep on coming. Appreciate every single one of you joining us here tonight in YouTube land. Birch and Darren. Really? Says Darren Colby. Damn, I'm sad my race lasted this long, says D Ghost. Well, hey, Ghost, we're happy to have you here within the iRacing universe. Moonlight Dancer saying, exciting race, everyone. Rochelle says, good race, everybody. Rochelle, I don't know, that might be a great race. That was a lot of fun to watch here as drivers are making their way scurrying down into the interview room here. We're waiting for Benjamin Forehand, Amethyst Reese, Ali Ixay, as well as, let me pull up them here, as well as Adrian Gutierrez, Andrew Bound, and Ethan Holland. Goodness gracious, though, Marvin, thank you here once again, though. It's I don't know. This is once again a track that I would much rather have had myself down there on the racetrack. It's saying a lot there that you make your way down up here at the booth. But I appreciate you joining me. It was lots of fun to call with you. Here we got a driver I was eager to talk to, Darren Colby. What is going on, brother? You got yourself a copy, man. Oh, Big D, Darren, you there, buddy? All right, well, we're still waiting some driver interview. I don't blame them, Marvin. You know what's probably going on right now? They're probably going all over this in their comms, saying you did this, you did that. I don't know. You can walk us after a race here and what's going on in the driver, at least the voice chats.
Yeah, they're probably go through right now, talking amongst each other, getting ideas, what may have happened. I don't know. That was a lot of going on. So hopefully the drivers, get to talk it out.
Alrighty, here we go. Apologies, that might have been on Discords in there. Wasn't updating for a few moments time, but here we're gonna have it. I got lead winner here tonight. Mama He was coming home, came home with that checkered flag. Benjamin Forehand, how about it, man? You got yourself a copy in that Toyota GRD6.
Yes, sir. If you're loud and clear.
Hey, apologies to keep you drivers waiting here tonight. And Marvin, keep up with us here tonight. I'm going to send this down to Amethyst Reese and Marvin right after this interview here for our win. Our overall winner here tonight. Benjamin, what a race. What a race restart as well. Walk us through kind of these cooler track conditions here tonight from the Charlotte Roval.
Yeah, never driven this track, so I was kind of learning it as I was going and kind of finding my way. Yeah. But I've seen people drive it, so I kind of knew where the lines were. But I think at the end, I feel like I kept my tires alive a little bit longer than Amethyst. I felt like she was struggling through the first sector, and that's kind of where I saw my advantage. So, yeah, she had messed up one corner going out to the straight, and I was like, I gotta go around, try to make it stick.
Well, you're gonna come away with a back-to-back podium finish. We saw you come away with P3 just 1 week ago from Sebring. Driver there out of Texas. Got Scott Adams driver development on the side. Other than those, I mean, who we shouting out here tonight? Who makes this all possible for you tonight, Benjamin?
As always, you, Sean, and Warren. All the clean racing, Amethyst, thanks for being clean. I was trying not to bump you too hard, not spin anyone out. I almost took out Darren. Sorry about that too.
That's all right.
So I was just, yeah, everyone was racing relatively clean, so I appreciate that. And yeah.
A little bit of beating, a little bit of banging, and it's going to allow you to see the checkered flag here tonight. Congratulations once again, Benjamin. Don't celebrate too hard here tonight, man.
Yeah, I won't, because come Monday I'm slowing these cars when everyone's running GRs. So I'll take this and sit in the corner on Monday.
Appreciate you, Benjamin. Have a great rest of your night here, buddy.
You too.
Alrighty, second place driver in that Toyota GR86 class. Amethyst Reese, I believe Marvin Samoya is down with this driver.
Amethyst, you saw your run. How's
Hello.
it going? How are the conditions?
Oh, that was rough. There's a couple of those turns where you take it just a little bit too wide and you kind of like smack that wall, and it just like puts the car slightly out of alignment for the entire rest of the race.
Yes, absolutely. And you mentioned that wall coming out to bite you. I noticed on one of the runs towards the latter half of the race, you hit a little bit towards the outside wall trying to keep Benjamin behind you. Did that have any play into the handling of the car, which ultimately it may have affected the outcome of the later part of the race?
Maybe a little bit, but I mean, Benjamin was beating my door down even before the caution. So I'd love to blame that, but I think he just had the pace on me most of the evening, and it was just a question of timing and racecraft. And definitely congrats to Benjamin on the win. He deserved it.
Yeah, absolutely. But you did a really good job, even with a wounded race car. You got P2, which is really good, and especially on these tight, slick conditions with this track presented you guys. Absolutely is something to be admired. You did good, and it was great battling, watching with Sean here up in the booth.
Well, thank you.
Alrighty, that being said, we'll cut it to our P3 driver here tonight in class. It's going to be Toyota 86 driver Ali Xay, number 19, as these drivers are trading paint up here for the lead. 18 and a half seconds back is Ali Xay. You got yourself a copy. Oh. Not Ali Xay. All right, we'll come back to that driver interview. While we're waiting on him, though, we'll catch up with driver of Mazda MX-5. How about it, Adrian Gutierrez? You got yourself a copy, buddy.
Hey, how's it going, y'all? I don't feel like I deserve this win, but I just kept driving. So I think there was a little incident with the pace car, and I kind of got ahead.
Uh-oh.
But I was in 6th right before that, so I wasn't doing too bad by starting on 13th.
Well, I'll go ahead. We'll split it here with Adrian Gutierrez and Andrew Bound here. With whatever BS just happened within the iRacing universe, we've seen Andrew Bound in his pace week in and week out here. But Adrian, whatever just transpired here with the iRacing pace car, whatever it may have been, P6 all the way back out to P1 after a restart is pretty special. Is there anybody who you'd like to thank or shout out or anything like that?
I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna thank anybody. I don't want to start fights, you know. But I was watching, and I was like, okay, who was behind me? Brandon. I was like, I have 32 seconds to not mess up, and I think I spun out 2 laps before the final lap, and I was like, oh no, he's gonna catch up. This is my only chance to get first. I cannot mess this up. So I was a little nervous at the end.
Well, Adrian, appreciate you for sharing a few words with us and your thoughts after this race. And although you may have not felt like it, at least on the timing and scoring, congratulations on your official race win here tonight, buddy.
Absolutely. I'll come back and try and get it next time.
Thank you so much, Adrian Gutierrez. And also, yes, the graphic is displaying this right. Andrew Bound, the man himself. What really should have been probably the race winner here tonight, MX5. Dr. Andrew Bound, you got yourself a coffee, buddy.
Howdy. How you doing, buddy?
Good, man. How are you doing? And is Adrian Gutierrez a man of his word? Is that kind of what happened there under the pace car conditions?
iRacing just did an iRacing thing. I mean, we can blame one of the two people. We can either blame iRacing or we can blame the lovely Warren Johnson 2 nights in a row.
Well, hey, I was on race control tonight, so it may have been me or hey, I'm fine.
I'm just kidding, Warren. I love you.
Yeah, give it to Warren.
No, Adrian was in the back, and I think he got. He was whatever position he was in, and it was me and Brandon P1 and P2 the whole time. But we saw him. I think he got waved around twice. So as soon as we started driving, like right after, he had like a 40-second gap on us from P1 to P2, which is like okay.
Andrew won the race, Sean.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at there, Darren.
Yeah, 100%. Andrew won the race. I don't know what happened there, but I was back there behind Andrew, and I think when we went green, I was behind Josh, I think.
Yeah.
And Andrew won the race because when we were lined up behind the pace car, I was talking about Andrew's car because I was like, "That's a dope rap," and then we started talking about Samuel Jackson movies, and he was behind Birch, and Birch was in first.
Yeah, things definitely started to get a little bit weird there under the yellow, and I know that you start talking about waving a driver twice around, but that's happened time and time again here, and I promise I'm not waving the same driver twice.
I'm just being funny.
No, I'm with you.
But I just wanted to clear the air that Andrew got first.
Yeah, he got first.
I don't know. I'm a strong fighter there for Adrian. No, I'm just kidding. I'm right there with you. Andrew Bound's going to.
We'll see. We'll figure it out. The stewards are going to look at everything, and so just stay tuned. We will sort it all out.
Hey, give me third. I'll be happy with that.
Well, then you're gonna.
We'll meet in the middle.
Where do I go then?
Yeah, Josh.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll figure it out. Don't worry. We'll talk about it. No need to worry about it right now.
Alrighty, well, Andrew Bound, we appreciate that. Darren, we're about to chat. Matter of fact, Darren, we'll hang with this chat here with you because we got Josh Hunter to catch up here with just in a few moments' time. But Darren, you've coming up here into the broadcast, the interview booth here tonight, finishing. You give away. You could call it P3 here tonight. So a hard-fought P3. We saw you spun around a couple of times as well there, Darren.
Thanks to Brandon Birch. Yeah, he came up on the right side of the wall, or the right side of my car between me and the wall, and we cleaned each other out. So it's going to be a tough day at the office tomorrow. Let's put it that way.
Oh no, that was in the old the bus stop on the back stretch of the track, right?
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, I'm slowing it for 4K viewer pleasure here tonight. Walk us through it, Darren. Your car looked like an astronaut, but you saved it, and then after just a slight. Actually, that's the second incident with Josh Hunter. Also, that one.
Well, no, Josh was fine. Like what Josh did, that wasn't. I'm talking about. I'm talking about Birch on the last lap.
Oh, the last lap. Here we go. Apologies.
Yeah, no, what Josh did was fine. He just barely tapped me, and it got away from me. But here goes Birch. Oh! And I had no idea he was on the right because we were going to that left-hander, and I was like, oh shit, or shoot. Sorry.
Oh, you're okay.
You're good. I think YouTube gives me one or two here and there. Sorry.
Like I told him, I had no idea you were there because I almost broke my wrist on this one.
Goodness, I mean,
kids, just close your ears. Close your ears. Darren's talking, man.
Beating and banging. Holy guacatules.
And you know what he could have done, Sean, is he could have just gave me a little love tap and straightened me out going into that left.
No love taps from the Birch machine here tonight.
No. Yeah. That's all right.
Spun out boss man, wreck that boss man.
And then I think, who's that? Who's 62? Josh?
Josh Hunter came out of that incident, I mean, scotch-free after the earlier one there, but he had a windscreen full of you two go at it side by side.
Yeah, no, it was fun though. It was a great race. I love this track. I've never driven it at night, and Mazda, I did it, and I think in an 86, and I suck at driving 86s, but I like 86s. I'm just not good at it. But yeah, it was super fun. Had a lot of good racing. I kept going over the mic, telling Josh to bump me so we could catch up. I think Birch was in front of us there before we went yellow, and I'm like, bump me, let's get up there. And then I kind of got a little tap going in that corner, and I lost it. So no fault to him. It was just barely a touch, and off I went. So no, it was a good time. It was a great race. So thanks, Warren. Thanks, Sean. Good stuff.
Hey, we appreciate you, Darren, and have a great rest of your night there, man.
You too, guys. We'll see you.
Alrighty, I believe that leaves only 2 more drivers, Josh Hunter and then, of course, the league owner, Warren Johnson. But right now, Josh Hunter, you got yourself a copy in the 062 Mazda.
He's not here.
Okay, boo, boo. All right, Warren Johnson, you'll take it over here tonight, bringing it home P6 in that Toyota class. Excuse me, that's P5 overall. And I
don't even know where I'm at. I don't know what place I'm at. I don't know what's going on. Did you get Ethan?
That's a great. I don't think we did. Ethan Holland, you got yourself. Sorry, man. It was showing you a lap down, but you'll bring it home P2 in the Mazda class.
P2? I thought it was P3.
See, iRacing is everywhere here tonight, Muddy.
I was in the back for a while after getting taken out in T1, but after the safety car, we were able to have a nice battle, and then all of a sudden I was in third. Then the race was over.
See,
not a lot happened.
It's great when my timing and scoring gets crossed over with iRacing's, and then we're all over the place here tonight. But regardless, you do have that podium finish and the Mazda Cup car, that Holland Racing. After the sunset had set here tonight, you were racing in the pitch black dark. What was kind of going through your mind as well? You had the lights on that oval stretch, but how did you like the track here, and what were the track conditions like here from the Charlotte Roval?
It's a good track. I've done it one time before. I've never done it at night, and it's really slippery on that outlap. You have to go like 30% to not spin it. So I was just trying to not spin it, save the tires, and be there at the end.
Well, you definitely were there at the end there, Ethan. Congratulations on your podium finish in that Mazda MX-5 Cup car. Who we shouting out to makes it all possible for you?
Thank you and Warren for making this all happen.
Thank you very much.
Hey, we appreciate that, Ethan. And now back to league owner himself, Warren Johnson. Warren going to be the last driver that we're going to have to talk with tonight, I believe. Warren, you got yourself a copy, buddy.
Yeah, we might as well just interview the entire field.
I know it at this point. Goodness gracious.
Dude. Well, I mean, everybody saw what happened. iRacing just wanted to be ridiculous tonight. We're going to figure that out offline, so we're going to have to we'll have to see tonight. Maybe I'm staying up late tonight. So, but yeah, I mean, it was a fun race. I got taken out at the end by Alexei on some ridiculous stuff. But I mean, whatever. I think the curb got him and he went into me or something. But it was fun up until then. And then the safety car was kind of weird. And that's not your fault or my fault. I will take the blame. But we're all blaming iRacing. So it happens in multi-class racing. It always. I'm in another couple leagues that have multi-class racing, and the same exact stuff happens every time. So it's an iRacing thing, and we're gonna work it out and figure out who's supposed to be where, and whatever. But I just want to thank everybody for coming and dealing with it and sticking by me there, not being too mad at me for that. So appreciate all that. And everybody, I want to thank the Colbys. I want to thank 86 Challenge, all the admins, Amethyst. They do good work. She does a lot of work for us with the incidents and the scoring. So appreciate that. Takes a lot of workload off of myself, and Robert for helping out. Robert helps out a lot too, and of course you, Sean, for doing the broadcasts, and Joe Rainey, the Colbys, all the Apex guys, and everybody else in the league. Just thanks for coming as always. And, so I'll let you get going here, Sean. I know this is probably a hectic one for you. So we will see you on Monday Where is Monday? I think we're at
VIR.
VIR. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, we're cooking. The rest of the schedule's sick. VIR, Sonoma, CTMP, Thruxton, Phillip Island, Cadwell, and then WWT. Yeah, the rest of the schedule's sick. So stay tuned, everybody.
Thank you so much. Warren Johnson, league owner of West Coast Sim Racing, the man himself. Catch us Monday night for some action out at VAR on the Toyota GR86s. Everybody have a great rest of your night. Marvin Samoya, I appreciate you so much for joining me up here in the booth. I'm going to go ahead and catch y'all. Got the old Friday night off, but Saturday night, if you're into some oval action, where we'll be live from Dover Motor Speedway. Catch us then for the Bump and Run ARCA Series. Thank you, everybody. Once again, that's so many of you coming in live in YouTube land. Moonlight Dancer, Terry Stamps, Slater Colby, D Ghost, Malena Colby, Moonlight Dancer. Too many of you to name, but I think I just named every single one of you. Thank you all so much, and have a great rest of your night. We'll catch you tomorrow, Saturday night. Thanks, everybody.